And how do you handle disagreements between colleagues during these times, these high stress times? What's your technique for it?
I think the first thing is to try and give it a bit of time. You know, if you at times, sometimes, as I say, sometimes you have to make decisions quickly, but sometimes you can actually delay decision making. And if things are getting really heated, it often means there's no clear answer. The reason there's a big debate is because nobody has the answer. If it was obvious, you would have agreed it very, very quickly. So it's possible that both sides of the debate have got a value. So probably just to take it out of the room, allow people to calm down a bit, talk them through it, probably separately at times, and then see if you can find a constructive solution for it. So I think just investing a bit of time where you can, making sure, quite often when people do blow up, it's because they're getting tired.
Yeah.
You know, they're just tired out, they're probably not eating properly, they're probably certainly not sleeping well. So you just encourage them, you know, well, get off home, you know, get a drink, go and get a meal. You've probably not had a meal for, you know, 12 hours or whatever it is. You're just getting ratty because your sugar levels are down. That certainly helps to me. You know, people would tell me, in fact, they used to get me Mars bars was the solution to me.
Works for me too.
Well, you see, for policing, you have something called operational feeding, which is usually when you're out on a riot van or whatever, people provide food to take around with you. And in that bag, there's always Mars bars and oranges and, you know, sandwiches and things. So people used to offer me their Mars bars if I was getting a bit fractious. So I think, you know, that human behaviour is probably quite a good thing. And I think, you know, having somebody you trust who could just pull your sleeve and just say, let's just have another chat about this because it's not working. Somebody who's able to give you feedback in a non-judgmental way, and you don't feel threatened by it. Sometimes I think we've all worked with people who, when they give feedback, you feel judged. So I think what you need to be able to do is give feedback in a way that says, you did this, this is how it made me feel, but it'd be really helpful if you started doing that. I think most people accept that. Somebody who says you're an idiot, somebody who says you're stupid, somebody who says you're mad for doing that, helps no one. Gets it off the chest, but it doesn't really help anyone. I think the more we're able to encourage people to say, when you did that, that's what happened. That wasn't a good outcome. But if only we could do this, how much better we would be. I think that's a good intervention that we can all learn from.
And are there any other leaders that you have taken particularly inspirational sort of top tips from that you could share with us?
There's quite a few actually. And I usually, even when I didn't like people, I used to take a couple of things from, you know, how they did things, because I would always notice that I worked with one guy who, we didn't get on particularly well. One thing I learned from him though, he used to meet his staff, he had something called Tuesday at 2. And his Tuesday at 2 was he'd go into the briefing room, said to CID, cleaners, all the rest of it, Tuesday at 2, I'll be there at 2. If you want to see me, that's where I'll be. And he was, and he stuck to it. It was simple, memorable. And I took that in a slightly different way, because I'd heard of a similar thing that an admiral used. So I just every 14 days go to a different canteen in the Met and just have breakfast.
Nice. Yeah.
And say, you know, if you want to come and have a chat, then I'm having breakfast, and let's see what we get. We get about 15 or 20 people who come, sometimes from other police stations, and you find all sorts of things out. So that was an idea I got from somebody else. I got another idea from a chap called Michael Spur, who used to run the prisons. Michael had 95 governors in prisons around the country. I said, well, how the heck do you keep in touch? And he had a BT facilitated telephone call. So, well, how do you do it? 5 minutes? Probably no, but you can. So that, you know, we used to do that then every 14 days. We get the top 100 on the telephone. We give a quick 5-minute brief, and the remaining 25 minutes was their opportunity to get in. And all they had to do was press a number 2. And the facilitator would say, right, Chief Superintendent Johnson from wherever wants to join, and they would have their say. Everybody would hear the answer, but you had to contact in order as the facilitator brought you into the conversation. So that was another good thing that, you know, I thought, you know, helped us to keep in touch. And then the only final thing I mentioned, which I worked with a chap called John Stevens, who's one of my predecessors. John had got, I think I probably took about 10 things from him, got some really good things. But one I do remember, during meetings, and particularly in a crisis, after 20 minutes, he would just take a break. He'll find a way to have a break, because people probably know, but 20 minutes is the human concentration time span. No matter how bright you are, no matter how good you think you are, 20 minutes, you can extend it by a minute, but broadly it's 20 minutes. And you can tell because
Been in better you telling me that.
Yeah, it's probably about 20 minutes. But if people, people just cannot, they just can't concentrate more than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But to put an intervention in that allows people just to, switch off for a bit. You'll notice when it's happened, because their mind will wander, they'll start doodling or whatever. And the second thing he used to do was, when it came to a really vital decision, would actually look everybody in the eyes to just check that you agree with it. Mm-hmm. You can get acquiescence, you can get, just not interest. But actually to say to everybody, look, this is a vital decision, we're all going to make it. I'm going to sign it off, but are we for it? And if we're not for it, what's worrying you? So it's very hard for an individual to say afterwards, you had a chance. You had a chance. What was your contribution? So I think things like that for me have been really helpful.